Hey guys, Jacob Howard here, and today we're going to look at how you can prevent motion sickness while FPV flying. I know it sounds too good to be true. For those who don't know, when you start into FPV droning, it's very, very often for most people, you get motion sickness. You get pretty nauseous because your inner ear is telling you that you're stationary on the ground while your eyes and your visual experience is telling you that you're actually flying around and you're doing flips and all that kinds of stuff. This gets really bad when you're trying to do freestyle or maybe flying backwards, stuff like that. And when I first started FPV, I actually had it so bad I was almost throwing up when I was flying FPV. So that's a big concern for a lot of people, that once they get into it, they start getting sick, or they're worried that they're going to get sick when they get into FPV. So that's why I want to show you guys these C-bands acupressure for FPV, because probably like me, you don't want to have to take Dramamine or motion sickness medicine or whatever every single time you go out and fly. I didn't want to do that, so I researched what could I find that would help with motion sickness when I'm flying FPV, and this is what I found. Now, obviously, I'm not a doctor or anything, but this is my own experience I've had with these, and I've actually recommended them to a lot of our students in our FPV Unlocked course, and they have seen radical differences with these C-bands. So basically how they work is there's a little pressure point right here in between these two tendons, and there's a little bump on the C-band that can press right into that tendon there, and it helps alleviate motion sickness. It's somehow connected to your brain to help do that. So basically, once you put them on, you round it up right there in between those two tendons, about 3 fingers down from the end of the wrist. And then right there, it'll help alleviate pressure. I found it's also helpful if I put it like underneath my watch and then tighten it up, and it gets a little bit of extra pressure there. That will help alleviate that motion sickness. Now, I was also worried when I started using these that I would have to use them every single time I went out to fly, and I was going to lose them and, you know, all that fun stuff. But actually, after about 10 flights or so, I found I didn't need them anymore. I guess my mind just got used to it enough that I wasn't getting sick anymore. Recently, I did have a medical situation that actually caused me to get motion sickness again while I was flying FPV or anything dramatic moving. And I started using these again during that time, and it completely removed the motion sickness again. So I would highly, highly recommend these if you are getting motion sickness, or you're worried about it, or you have a tendency for it, if you're going out and you're going to go FPV flying. This really is worth it. The 16, 17 bucks, and this is actually a 2 pair, so you get 2 total pairs, so 4 for 4 arms. They're really, really great. That way you don't have to worry about having to take medicine all the time to stop from being sick or whatever, and you can actually go out and enjoy flying FPV. Now, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but many studies actually have been done to test the effectiveness of C-bands, and they have been shown to reduce nausea and even vomiting. So for your first FPV flights, I do highly recommend these. And the best part is they're reusable. So you buy them once and you can keep using them until eventually they snap after probably years of use. So if you guys are interested in these, I highly recommend them. They're a link down below. You can buy them there. And if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know, and have fun flying without getting sick.